Hey guys, welcome to another YouTube video. My name is Marlene and I'm here in my car. I just wanted to share a message. While I'm driving, I don't know, I feel like doing it. Why not? About toxic responsibilities, since it is a subject that I've seen happening, especially during this time, during Christmas, when everybody wants to do everything, right? Like on your to-do list, like we gotta get the presents, we gotta get this, we gotta get that, we gotta like, and you don't like, well, more people nowadays, like they don't really are into like Christmas that much. Like, I guess they starting to realize all the consumerism around it, right? But I mean, there's still a lot of people. Like, I'm here in the parking lot of the store and it's completely full. Like, that's why I couldn't record my video just in a spot that there's like no people, because there's just people everywhere in the parking lots. Like, I'm not even safe at home right now. But yeah, so let's get started. So first of all, when it comes to toxic responsibility, it's when you obviously take so much responsibilities onto your plate, you know, and you're a human being, right? There's only so much that you can do, and in a day, in a lifetime, stuff like that, that other people that don't respect your boundaries, that don't respect or that they know that you don't have limits, that you don't have boundaries, that you might have a low self-esteem, they'll take advantage of that, you know. And in a way, you're like doing their job, you know. It's like a group project where the workload is supposed to be shared amongst people, but it's only one person doing the whole thing, you know. And a lot of times, like, those kind of people that are too responsible usually for some reason find out like they're usually doing all the work, and like they don't even complain because they're so used to that type of lifestyle. A lot of responsible people are actually empaths, because I mean, they attract a lot of narcissists because they are empaths. Because this is not just, I'm not saying like responsibilities as in doing things, you know, like, I don't know, like cleaning the house, stuff like that. It's also like emotional responsibilities, you know, like when you're in a relationship, there might be one person that takes on more than the other one responsible, you know. Like, if obviously it varies from person to person, but when it comes to that type of dynamic, you can always see there's one person that's better at being more emotionally mature than the other one. And oh my gosh, that was hard. Okay. But you see what I mean? So it all comes down from a low sense of worth, you know. Like, you don't think you're valuable enough, that your words, that your decisions, that your own life is more valuable than other people, you know. You feel like almost as if you're invisible to this world. Like, you dim your light just so that other people feel comfortable in a way, you know. And I understand, because it comes from a lot of places, as in like when you're a kid, you know, growing up, you might develop this patterns, this habits, this unconscious ways of living life that you don't necessarily understand like you don't understand it until like it's time, right? Until you're an adult. So in a way, like, for example, when you're a kid, of times, especially if you grew up with just one parent, like you're a single mom. A single mom usually doesn't have time, right? Like if they're responsible, they don't have time for their kids. They don't have time to take care of their kids emotionally, physically, spiritually. So the kid, if they don't have a sense of like individual, like being an individual, you know, that they have their own needs, that somebody else has to meet them because they're not capable of, then they might end up doing and taking the responsibilities on themselves, you know, like instead of asking mom for like, hey, I need food or something, they'll be like, oh, I shouldn't talk to my mom when she's mad at me or when she's sad, even if I'm hungry, because I'm a kid, you know, like I'm already her responsibility, and like I don't want to be part of her other issues that she has, you know. So they'll start being more like empaths, you know, like they'll start sensing when mom is mad. They don't want to make her mad. Sorry. Like when mom is like, you know what I mean, like they just don't want to be like that. And I feel like I'm all over the place right now, but pretty much what I'm trying to say is like you could develop that from when you're a kid, right? And I know the philosopher Carl Jung pretty much came up with the individualization of when we're kids is that of, you know who you are, you don't tune to the frequencies of others because you understand your value as a person, you understand your self-worth, you know. And he talks about it more, obviously makes more sense, but that's the whole thing that I got from it. Now when it comes to energetically, when we are doing that, when we're taking so much responsibilities, and it's mainly like from others, what that means is your chakras, like your energy centers, the top ones, like your heart, your throat chakra, your third eye, crown chakra, they might be a little bit more open than the bottom ones, right? So you tend to be more intuitive because again, you wanna tune to other people's emotions. Sorry, I'm just going through the cold right now. But you want to tune to other people's emotions because you want to please them. You tend to be a little bit people pleaser, and all this because you don't feel safe, because your bottom chakras, the ones that like we're supposed to have a sense of safety, didn't really like develop, or not develop, but like you don't have them, they're closed or blocked pretty much, you know, like you have that blockage where you need to feel safe. You might be even in survival mode, and your individuality, which comes from the third chakra, which is your solar plexus, is like right by your stomach, that's underdeveloped. So that's why a lot of narcissists who have it, I wouldn't say develop, but have it more open, they can take advantage of that. They can literally use you to do what they don't want to do, you know, because they feel entitled, you know. And obviously they're wrong, because a person that has a balanced third chakra understands that the power is within. You're not supposed to like push people, like use them, you know, like use your power for other things. So that's how it is energetically. When it comes to the energy in your body, again, you want to really put or understand about the solar plexus. Oh my god. Because you as an individual, you know, you have your own desires, you have your own needs, you have your own way of life. Like, you're valuable, you know, just by existing. And a lot of times we forget that it takes a lot to just be human, to be alive. You know, so like, you want to understand that you're worthy, even if you don't have literally nothing. Like, you don't need to have like money or the nicest car or house to be worthy, you know. Those things come naturally in life if you want them, you know. But if you are just breathing right now, you are worthy, you are valuable, and you can learn to set boundaries, you know, in many different ways. For even for yourself, you know, you can still be a nice, friendly person, but you can just tell the other people about your limits. Like, hey, I don't feel comfortable doing this, I don't like doing this, or like, hey, I changed my mind, maybe I can help here, or I can, you know. Like, and don't be, that's the thing with the third chakra, is like, you might feel guilty about you expressing those emotions, you know. You might feel like you owned in something when you're putting those boundaries, and it's hard. Like, I understand that feeling because I've been there. Like, I'm telling you, I'm still learning, but it took me a while to really get myself to understand, like, it's okay. I've been fighting all my life. I'm very responsible, you know, with everything I do. That's why I don't put a lot of things on my plate, because I understand that when I put something out, I really want to put it out there, you know, like, to make it perfect, you know. And that's the thing too, like, if you're like me, you might even struggle with being a perfectionist, you know, where you want things that go exactly one way that you think is a perfect way, but it will never, nothing will ever be perfect. Just know that when it comes to the unseen, the spiritual world, everything is perfect. Even if nothing seems perfect, everything is always perfect. And I know it doesn't make sense, but that's the point. It's like, you gotta embrace a little bit of that, and it's okay, you know. We're human. Don't forget that side of you as a human. I just want to put it in a way that you understand the spiritual meaning behind it, like energetic meaning behind it too, because many people are like, oh, I'm not spiritual, you know, so like, why, like, you know, they don't understand the spiritual world. But we are always spiritual. We all have chakras, energetic centers in our bodies, and some of us have more power, or like more, ooh, that's pretty. Like, some of us have, I'm just gonna call it like gifts in different areas, you know. So don't feel guilty if you think like, oh my god, like my whole life I've been taken advantage of, because no, it's never late, you know. I'm 30 years old. I literally just been embracing the last couple of years that I being that person where I took so much in my plate, so much that my body literally shut off, because, you know, and I'm alive. So many people, I'm pretty sure a lot of people get depressed and like they never move on from that, you know. And that's not a good way for you to be. Like, don't let yourself so down. Don't let yourself be that person that doesn't love themselves, that is always taking so much, that your life is just gonna be miserable, you know. And that's what other people want sometimes. It's like they just want They just want you to be miserable because on the inside they're miserable too. They just won't show it, and that's why. Oops, sorry. They're playing basketball. Oh my god, these houses are so nice. Like, I wish I could show you guys, but I'm just gonna like keep driving around. And that's how I'm gonna end up this video. Yeah. But yeah, happy holidays, I guess, and just enjoy, enjoy the ride.